noted that you had not been provided with a criminal background check. But there is one here. Let me see here.
We did.
Yes, sir. I think it came in after the fact, Judge.
Oh, okay. Mine's showing no hits.
And Judge, I'd ask the court to take judicial notice of my report of attorney ad litem and the fact that I filed a motion in order to proceed in the proposed ward's absence, Judge. I met with the proposed ward and the applicant by Zoom, and I'll be glad to answer any questions you have for me, Judge.
Sounds good. All right. So let me find you are Jacqueline Quintanilla?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Quintanilla, could I get you to raise your right hand, please?
Alrighty.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Warren.
Thank you, Your Honor. Jacqueline, you filed this application to become the guardian of Jennifer Quintanilla, is that correct?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
And Jennifer is your sister, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And she is a female that just recently turned 19 years of age?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you believe this guardianship is necessary, number one, for medical purposes and HIPAA type of things, as well as dealing with some money that comes into the estate on a regular basis?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you believe it would be in her best interest to have you appointed as her guardian?
Yes, sir.
All right. Your mother and Jennifer's mother has agreed to this situation. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
In fact, the mother's here in my office, Your Honor, but everybody's in agreement that Jacqueline should be the guardian in this situation. And I think that concludes my questions.
If it pleases the court, Ms. Jacqueline, how are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm all right. And your sister, is it true that she has cerebral palsy, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
And is it your opinion that she can't make financial decisions for herself?
Yes, sir.
Is it your opinion that she can't make medical decisions for herself?
Yes, sir.
And you feel like you can comply with whatever the court tells you to do about reporting and what have you, is about being her a guardian of the person?
Yes, sir.
You have any thoughts that you can't do it?
No, sir.
A person and a state, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Pass the witness, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Warren, tell me about this. I don't have anything in the application or anywhere where I see, I've got the information about the MetLife life insurance payment and Social Security benefits.
Yes.
But I didn't see anything about this money coming in from Provost Humphrey. How much is that?
We currently have on hand about $90,000, and we will file an affidavit of assets that reflects a cash account of $90,000 at this time.
Okay, so is that the MetLife account?
Yes.
Okay, so was there not $88,000 in a life insurance policy that was left to her by her father?
I don't believe so. Do you know?
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of another case on the docket this morning that
No, Judge, I believe I asked questions about let me look at my report. I believe I asked questions about a life insurance policy. Let me see.
Es de life insurance for my
Why
dad.
are they making monthly payments?
Porque están dando los meses por mes, los pagos por mes. De MetLife, sí. ¿No sabes por qué?
Was there a lawsuit on that?
Okay, here it is. It says that the proposed ward is the beneficiary of a MetLife insurance policy in the amount of approximately $88,000. The proposed ward's father passed away, and the proposed ward is the only beneficiary under the policy, from what I was told.
Okay.
Where are you seeing that, Judge?
That's on the third page of your ad litem report.
Oh, okay. I have heard it before then. Thank you, Judge.
And Your Honor, I believe when I said Provost Humphrey, I think Colin Morse sent this case over here to me, and that may be for part of my confusion on that.
Okay, well, that's fine, as long as we've got the amounts correct on the affidavit of assets.
Yes, sir. We do.
Okay, so if you can get the document signed along with the affidavit of assets so that I can set the bond, because I don't have I don't think I have anything on the bond filled in on what the anticipated expenses are.
And you'll sign right here. Your Honor, we're going to file an application for a monthly allowance. I don't think it'll be very much at all. There's that and right here, Jack.
Okay, are you planning on putting the money in safekeeping or?
No, we're going to just go ahead and get a bond for the entire $90,000.
Okay, I got you. All right, let's see. I know we have a case before the Rivera case, but to avoid having Mr. Bragg have to come back, can we go ahead and do Miss Broussard next on her two cases? We're going to try to do you, Mr. Bragg, on the Rivera cases next.
That helps the court out.
You
That'd be
don't have to
fine.
reappear.
Thank y'all, Ms. Quintanilla and Mr. Warren.
Thank
Thank you. And Judge, we now have the oath signed, the facts signed, and the affidavit signed and notarized. We will file those immediately.
Okay, let me see here. I'm gonna set the bond at $91,000. And let me know if you need anything else. And Ms. Quintanilla, Mr. Warren, I think Mr. Bragg has already explained to you the duties of a guardian, and Mr. Warren will also advise you of that. Part of that is it includes filing an annual report and an annual accounting. So make sure that you're ready, willing, and able to do that when that becomes necessary, okay?
Okay, yes, sir.
All right, I hope y'all have a great weekend.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay, if you'll stay on, Mr. Bragg, we'll try to go to Miss Broussard.
Thank you.
His husband and wife. It looks like there's an adoption by estoppel.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I've read these in there.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Ms. Broussard. Do you have,
I have everyone.
okay, so you've got Yvonne Rivera, Colleen Hollander, and Juan Morsiglio.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, could you put the camera on them, please?
I can. So I don't know if I can fit all three of them. Oh,
You
there we
have.
Look, you did? All right. Which one's Yvonne Rivera?
I am.
Okay, and so I take it that's Juan Morsiglio in the green shirt?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Miss Hollander over there on the end. All right, if I could get the three of you to raise your right hands, please. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in cause numbers 126153, the estate of Mary V. Rivera, and cause number 126152, the estate of Mike G. Rivera, shall be the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
I didn't hear Miss Hollander.
yes.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Go right ahead, Ms. Broussard.
Okay, Your Honor, just housekeeping before we start. We are going to be going through the estate of Mike Rivera first. And with your permission, after we finish that proceeding, I will have Yvonne Michelle sign off on the waiver. And if not, then we can just take testimony for that second estate, and I'll have her sign after the hearing once we actually have everything official in our hands.
Sounds good.
Okay. Okay, let me get y'all back in the screen. Okay, Colleen, let's start with you. Have you had a chance to review the statement of facts for the estate of Mike Rivera?
Okay.
And to the best of your knowledge, is everything stated in it true and correct?
Yes.
Thank you. Your Honor, I pass the witness.
Judge, I move the court take judicial notice of the contents of my report of attorney ad litem in this estate.
So
with,
noted.
Go ahead, Judge.
It's judicially noted.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, if he doesn't have any questions, then I will move on to Juan.
I can question him, Judge, but if you take judicial notice,
No, his report was very extensive and
I know it
covered all the issues he'd spoken to him about. And so you can go ahead and question the witnesses yourself, Ms. Broussard, Ms. Thorne.
Perfect. Thank you, Your Honor. Now, Juan, have you had a chance to review the proof of death and other facts for the estate of Mike?
Yes.
Is everything in it true and correct? Perfect. I'm going to have y'all both sign your statements at this time. Okay. And I will notarize them if you'll pass them this way.
Okay, Ms. Rivera,
Yes, sir.
you're listed in the application as Yvonne Rivera, and you're listed in the judgment as Yvonne Michelle with one L.
Yes, sir.
Rivera. Is it one L?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, and then on the death certificate, there's a Michelle Rivera who was the informant at the time of Mary Rivera's death. Is that you?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
I've always gone by Michelle and they've never really called me by my first name.
okay, very good. Thank you.
Well, okay, now that those have been notarized, Your Honor, I'd like to move on to Yvonne Michelle Rivera. Michelle, have you had a chance to review the proof of death and other facts for Mike's estate?
Yes, I have.
And are all the facts stated in it true and correct?
Yes.
Thank you. I will have you sign that statement now then.
Ms. Thorne, you told me that you were waiting on a waiver on Mike's estate.
So Mary's estate, Mike is a beneficiary.
Oh,
Because Mike passed
got
second.
you. Right.
So I've started with Mike's estate. I'm currently notarizing the proof of death and other facts for Mike's estate that Michelle just signed. Now, at this point, we can either just do testimony or I can have Michelle sign the waiver or her oath and the waiver for Mike's estate to waive notice of Mary's estate.
Okay, well, I've signed the order.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you sign the oath real quick.
She doesn't have letters yet.
I know she doesn't.
But because she hadn't filed her oath, but yeah, go ahead and allow her to sign the waiver.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. And I know this type of situation is one of the few that doesn't translate as well over Zoom.
Exactly.
Okay, then I'm signing the certificate of service as well right now. Now we will move on to the next estate. I'm gonna go back to my lovely witnesses at the end. Perfect. Okay, so Colleen, have you had a chance to review the statement of facts for Mary's estate? Mary Rivera. You have? And is everything true and correct?
Yes.
Thank you. Please sign. And Juan, have you had a chance to review the statement of facts for Mary Rivera's estate?
Yes,
Is everything true and correct?
yes.
Please sign.
Judge, move the court take judicial notice of my attorney ad litem report in this estate.
So noted.
Thank you, Judge.
Perfect. And I am notarizing these now. Okay, Michelle, have you had a chance to review the proof of death and other facts for Mary Rivera's estate?
Yes, I have.
Is everything in it true and correct?
Yes.
Thank you. Please sign. Okay, Your Honor. I will notarize that in just 1 second and let you know when it's completed.
Please.
Okay. I have that notarized for us now. So you're going to get a lot of documents filed from us in the next hour.
All righty. Well, we'll get those on file and we'll get the judgments determining heirship and the orders authorizing independent administration of the estate. And make sure that that waiver on the first estate's file.
Yes, sir.
And I hope everything goes well. Thank you, Mr. Bragg. Thank you to the disinterested witnesses for showing up. Ms. Hollander and Mr. Morsiglio, appreciate your time. And if you need anything else, give me a call, but otherwise, y'all have a great weekend.
Thank y'all. Thank you, Judge.
Take
See you,
care.
Ron.
Oh, that's all. Right, so I'm gonna go to Mr. Vernon. Carolina. Good morning, Mr. Vernon.
Morning, Judge Brandon.
Give me 1 second. We've been in a really complicated case where I had tons of documents, so I'm trying to get my, okay, do you have Linda there with you, Mr. Vernon?
No, sir, she's logged on her own. I'm out of town right now, so.
Oh, okay, Linda Davis, do we have her?
Yes, sir. There she is, coming.
You're out of town.
Yes, sir.
You got a lot of nerve leaving town.
You don't know the reasons.
Well, I hope it's something fun.
It will be tomorrow. Right now, I'm with a friend from law school, and we're trying to get some more business generated between the two of us.
Very good. Okay, Linda, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I can see you now. All right, Linda, if you raise your right hand, please. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Linda, I'm holding up what purports to be the last will and testament of Caroline R. Nichols. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to go to the signature page and ask you, is that her signature on that
Yes,
document?
yes, sir, it is.
And after the date she made this will on February 16th of 1995, to your knowledge, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Okay, and I guess Mr. Vernon's provided you with a document called a proof of death and other facts,
Yes, sir. I've got it right here.
and you read that document?
Yes, sir.
Is everything contained therein true and correct and within your personal knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so, Linda, what you're gonna do is you're gonna make arrangements, sign that document before a notary public.
Okay,
Get that back to Mr. Vernon.
okay,
I've short circuited some of his questions this morning that he would normally ask.
okay,
And you're going to, he's going to e-file those with the county clerk. When he does
Okay.
that, I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate. So if it
okay,
gets filed today, I'll have it signed today or Monday.
okay,
And then that will authorize the county clerk to issue letters testamentary that will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. So if you need to deal with financial institutions, you need to go down there and deal with the frame shop and her home and all that.
yes,
Then, you'll be able to do so using those letters. Please make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Vernon in getting him a listing of the assets of her estate because he's got 90 days from the date I signed the order to file an inventory with the court.
okay.
But otherwise, I hope everything goes well. And if you need anything, let us know. But I hope you have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Are you at Mr. Vernon's office?
No, sir, I'm at my home.
Oh, okay. Are those
Yeah.
coffee pots behind you?
No, those are tumblers to make cups. The tumbler cups. And
Oh,
so
okay.
that's the tumbler and it's got 2 cups on it.
Oh, I thought maybe you had a caffeine addiction.
Oh, no, no, sir. I have my 1 cup in the morning and that's pretty much all I have.
And I hope you have a great weekend. You take care of yourself. And I know Mr. Vernon will guide you through the process, but y'all let me know if you need any help with anything.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Take care now.
Thank you. Thank you, Jonathan.
You're welcome.
All right, so I'll try to get this notarized
Yeah.
today and take it to your office.
Okay, yeah, you can go ahead and click leave the meeting.
Okay,
All right. Y'all have a great weekend.
thank you.
I'm glad you asked. They would kind of look like old telephones at first. I was
Yeah,
trying to
they
make out
would.
what they were. This is an application for the resignation, so there's an order there, and then this is their successor.
This is on.
Fitting,
He's great.
Kevin's brother Steve.
Oh.
forever. He's been very helpful. Oh, he's a dog. He knows what Jimmy is.
Good morning, Ms. Burnson.
Morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. So you have Calvin J. Rowe that is resigning, and the successor named in the will is applying to be named successor, and that's Ms. Sample. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Ms. Sample, if I could get you to raise your right hand, please. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, was this a dependent administration or independent, or what was it?
It was an independent.
Okay, are you satisfied with everything insofar as the final account's concerned?
Yes, Your Honor. I mean, truthfully, we were at the very beginning stages of this, and with Mr. J-Ro being out of town, it was kind of complicated communicating back and forth with all these different entities. And, you know, he was an uncle of the decedent. And so not really having, you know, boots on the ground, if you will, in their house. Truthfully, we're at the very beginning stages of trying to determine what Bonnie owned at the time of her death. And she has the home that she lived in was owned by the trust that her parents created for her. And she had a live-in boyfriend that's there. And so he has provided some difficulties getting into the home and valuing what's in there and getting copies of bank statements, et cetera. So the final or the accounting that we prepared for Mr. Jairo is skinny, but it's the best that we have, at the time that he served.
Okay, Ms. Sample, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last one, a testament of Bonnie Jean Fitting. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, I do, sir.
I'm gonna go back, well, we've already had a proof of death and other facts. It's been signed and identification of the will, so go ahead, Ms. Burnson.
Okay, Debbie, we had a chance to review this statement of facts, and like we discussed, it just kind of repeats what we stated in our application. And is everything true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, it is.
Okay, if you'll sign exactly as it's typed, and I will notarize it. And then this is the oath, if you will sign that. Okay, Your Honor, I've notarized the statement of facts and the oath of successor and independent executor. It's the 12th, right? Yes.
Okay, what are you gonna have to do? I mean, it doesn't appear as though that, based on the accounting, it doesn't appear as though there's enough money to take care of the bequests that are made in the
No.
will, but, are you gonna have to file a forcible entry and detainer action against the boyfriend, or?
So we're working with Hancock Whitney. They are the trust, or they're the trustee of the trust. They have provided him notice to get out of the house. Bonnie was a hoarder, and so we have like 2 or 3 storage units on top of this house that is full to the ceiling of stuff. So the trust is going, or the trust company is going to give us until the end of the year to get all of this stuff out, perform an estate sale. And then, yes, we will have to reduce the gifts to the church. And then Lydia Ann is her niece that lives in Louisiana, and they're actually doing a, they call it's not a guardianship, it's called like a curatorship, I believe, in Louisiana.
Right.
And so they're having a curator and an under curator appointed for her. So we're going to have to merge all these trusts. It's going to be a complicated one.
All right, well, I wish y'all the best. We're all signed, so if you need anything else, just give me a call, but otherwise, y'all have a wonderful weekend, okay?
Thank you. We appreciate you getting us in. Have a good weekend.
Take care now. Okay, let's see, where's my pocket? Okay. So we're going to, Dowden. Self-proven. Schoenberg.
This one, we're taking testimony on citation right on that.
Okay.
I'm sure that's just PC.
I thought it was Caroline Nichols where it was gonna be ripe on Monday. 'Cause I already signed. No, I did not sign it because she hadn't gotten her proof in yet. Okay, either way, we'll figure it out.
Are we good?
I think we're probably good. Okay, you said testimony on citation's not right. Okay.
It kind of just sounds a little bit different, but I mean,
I'm gonna go to that.
you see this little thing you right here, that's on your judge, can you hear us?
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Okay, all right. Well, you don't know what you're missing.
I know.
See what we can do.
A veritable feast for the eyes.
There's a guy with me that says he used to be your probation officer.
There should be
Uh,
a start video.
We're trying to start
Why
video.
does this always happen?
Okay, so, but if I Oh, okay, I see what we're saying.
Why don't you just leave that thing on?
Here we go, starting video.
There-
There we go. Krista Schonberg, and then this outlaw Hayden White. You may
Oh, my
recognize
goodness.
Mr. White. So anyway, but there's Krista, and she's our applicant judge.
I'm surprised on such a beautiful day that he's not out on the golf course.
You would think, huh?
Yeah. All right. Well, Ms. Schonberg, I'm so sorry for your loss at such a young age. Unfortunately, we're seeing a lot of those lately. But if I could trouble you to raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this cause shall be the truth so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Brian David Schonberg. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that his signature on that document?
Yes, sir.
And after the date he made this will on January 28th of 2020, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Dowden.
Judge, so you're Sarah Kristen Lofton Schoenberg, is that true?
Yes.
And the widow of Brian David Schoenberg, who passed on or about August 30th of this year, 2021, is that true?
Yes.
And you previously identified your husband's last will and testament for the court, is that right?
Yes.
We have a proof of death and other facts that I think we may have you sign on Monday because our case may not be quite ripe yet. But the information contained in that proof of death and other facts, Krista, is that all within your knowledge and true and correct?
Yes.
Okay, and then also we have an oath for you to sign, and where we are promising Judge Brannick that you and I will take care of the affairs of your husband's estate to the best of our abilities. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, Judge, that's all we have unless you need anything further.
Okay, so what's going to happen on Monday is you're going to sign the proof of death and other facts and the oath. He's going to e-file those with the court. I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary. Letters testamentary are going to give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. So if you need to deal with financial institutions, insurance companies, anything like that, those letters will give you that authority. But otherwise, I hope everything goes well. And if y'all need anything else, Mr. Dowden, don't hesitate to give me a call. And when you escort Mr. White out of your office, just look around and make sure everything's still there.
Remember, I'm a voter. Hey, holler Jeff sometime and I'll take you to lunch.
I'd love to, buddy. I hope y'all have a great weekend and y'all just call me if you need anything.
Thank you so
you.
much, Judge. Have a good weekend.
Take
Good
care.
luck to the Indians.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Okay, I already read this one. Thought I'd already signed the order. First.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Yo. So you have Will Jacob White with you and also Mr. Howell and Mr. Ruddy?
I do. Let me get Liza real quick. Here she is. She's coming in. She heard us start. Okay, now she's in here.
Any chance that you can get all three of them in the camera view?
Yeah, y'all want to walk around over here?
No offense to you, Mr. Yo, but I don't need to see you. I just need to hear you.
That's right.
Hey, Ron, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How about you, Jeff?
Better than I deserve to be. Well, let's see here. If I can get y'all to raise your right hands, please. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Yos, and they can just stand there if you want them to.
Okay, let me see this real quick. All right, we're gonna start with Mr. Howell. Mr. Howell, you see this statement of facts concerning the identity of heirs?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and it's regarding the estate of James Lloyd White Jr., correct?
Correct.
Okay. Have you read this document?
Yes, sir.
Is everything in it true and correct?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. White was married one time and he had 2 children, correct?
That's correct.
And the 2 kids were Ben and Jake, right?
That's correct.
And he was not married at the time of his death.
That is correct.
All right. If you would please sign this document.
Okay, what was, somebody scratched it out on the death certificate. What was Mr. James Lloyd White Jr.'s physical address at the time of his death?
You remember what the address is?
8545 Highway 105.
You hear that?
In Beaumont or China or?
Beaumont, Texas, 77713.
Good deal. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Reddy, you want to walk up here?
Yeah.
You want to sit down? Yeah, thank you. All right, Mr. Reddy, you've seen the statement of facts concerning the identity of heirs of James Lloyd White Jr., correct?
Correct.
Have you read this document?
Yes.
Is everything in it true and correct?
Yes.
All right, Mr. White was married one time during his lifetime. He had 2 children, Jake and Ben, right?
Correct.
He was not married at the time of his death.
Correct.
And you've never seen a will or anything like that of his.
Correct.
All right, if you would please sign that document.
Any questions of this witness, Mr. Black?
Oh, sir.
I've read your report. Court takes notice of it.
All right. And then the last one here is Jake. Jake, you're James Lloyd White Jr.'s son, correct?
Yes.
And have you seen this proof of death and other facts concerning your father?
Yeah.
And you've read it?
Uh-huh.
Is everything true and correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You'll sign that, and you're asking the court to appoint you an independent administrator, right? Is that right?
Right.
Oh, sorry, I had to pen.
Oh, I saw it a while ago.
You missed something.
This witness, Mr. Black.
No questions, Your Honor.
Well, there you are. I didn't see you earlier.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing just fine. All right. Jake, have you read this oath of an independent administrator?
Yes, sir.
And do you agree to abide by the terms of the oath and carry out your father's estate in accordance with the state of Texas laws?
Yes, sir.
If you would please sign that.
Mr. Yost, did you send me a judgment declaring heirship?
Yes.
Okay, she's gonna print one out, so. I could have sworn I saw it a while ago, but for some reason it's no longer in here.
Yeah, okay. I don't know.
All right, so Mr. White, once everything is, where'd Mr. White go?
Oh, I'm right here.
He's right here.
Okay, once everything's notarized, Mr. Yost is gonna e-file those documents with the county clerk. I'm gonna sign the judgment declaring heirship and the order authorizing independent administration of your father's estate. Then you'll be able to get letters of administration. Those will give you legal authority to act on behalf of the estate if you need to deal with real estate title companies, financial institutions, whatever the case may be. I know that Mr. Yost will guide you through the process. But one of the things you're going to need to do is make sure you cooperate with him in getting him a listing of the assets of your father's estate, because he's going to have to file an inventory with the court within 90 days. But other than that, are we all notarized, Mr. Yost?
We sure are.
All right, I'll get, give me 1 second. I now have your judgment declaring heirship. We've got both those signed, so if you'll get those e-filed, you'll be able to get your letters, and I hope y'all have a great weekend. Thank you, Roan, for y'all showing up here to assist. And let me know if you need anything, Mr. Yost. Thank you, Mr. Black.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Take care.
Thank you.
Yeah, I see somebody.
Mr. Celeste.
This also is testimony on the citation will be right on the 29th.
The item is for sure.
Okay,
So I join, right? Push join.
you're already in.
No, it says push join.
Yeah, I can hear you. Don't be saying anything bad about me. I'll hold you in contempt of court.
Yes, sir.
Judge, before we get started, just a personal remark. I want to go with you sometime to your ranch to go boar hunting. We can go out to eat lunch someday and you can give me all the keys that I need to know to how to hunt boars.
Yeah, well, you better, first thing you better do is put on some football pads so you don't get injured. Okay, Billy Wayne and Matt, y'all are gonna need, at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, you should have a, if you'll hover your mouse around there, there should be an camera icon. You need to enable video because I can hear you, but I can't see you. There, I see you, Matt.
Start video.
And Leanne, I can't see you or Paul.
Okay. Let me see. Start video. Can you see me now?
I got you.
Okay.
Okay, now I need Paul.
Paulette, are you there?
Yeah, I'm
Paulette.
here.
Okay, you'll need to enable your video.
I don't know where I'm doing that.
It's in the, it should be in the bottom left corner of your screen.
Do you have a touch screen device or a mouse?
Yes.
Okay, you should be able to touch the bottom left-hand corner of your screen and a red camera icon should come up.
Okay.
You need to enable that. And if you have a lens on your device that you keep a covering on, you'll need to uncover that lens.
Oh, I don't. I'm just new to this. Well, I'm still not there.
Paulette, just touch the middle of your screen and see what options pop up at the bottom of your screen.
Okay, I see everybody but me.
The 29th citation run, not till the 29th. That's more than 10 days.
Because it's OCA had to be posted.
Oh, I'm trying.
You're okay, keep trying. We can also start with Leanne and then come back to while you're trying to figure it out. But Your Honor, I think the 10 days has passed. I'm not sure. I had called down there to the county clerk's office and they said they were going to have to post a 28 days notice, which didn't make a whole lot of sense. I convinced them to do a 10-day notice. I don't know if that's good enough for the court or not.
Yeah, well, following this hearing, if you'll have a conversation with Melissa Mewa in my office,
Sure.
she'll tell you about her conversation with the Office of Court Administration.
Okay.
But we'll
Gotcha.
get it done as quickly as we can.
Great. Thank you.
Still do not have Paulette.
I'm working on it. I don't know what I did. Now?
There she is.
There you are.
Okay, good morning.
Got it. Good morning.
All right. Matt, Billy Wayne, Ms. Schroeder, and Ms. Gidros, if I can get you to raise your right hands. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in cause number 126224, the estate of Jennifer Elaine Dornbos, to be the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, go right ahead, Mr. Celeste.
Okay, Leanne, I know you've got to get to other things, so I'll start with you. Will you please state your name for the court?
Lee Ann Schroeder.
Okay, Leanne, and you've committed your testimony today to writing, and that's been on file with the court. You've read that. Is everything stated therein true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, it is.
Okay, pass the witness, Your Honor.
Hi, Leanne. Sorry, Judge. Hi, Leanne. My name is Elizabeth Broussard. I previously spoke with you
Yes.
about this matter. Has anything changed since we last spoke?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Thank you. Then I have no further questions, Your Honor.
All right, go right ahead, Mr. Celeste.
Thank you, Your Honor. May Leanne be excused. Leanne, if you'll just sign and send your testimony, that would be great. And I'll make sure I notarize it and get it on file. Thank you, Leanne.
Excuse Ms. Schroeder. Thank you so much for appearing.
Thank you very
here
much. I'm at the Cattle Barons Ball set up, so I appreciate it. Thank
Well,
you.
I hope everything goes well.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Okay, Paulette, will you please state your name for the court?
Paulette Ross Gidrose.
Okay, Paulette, and you also have committed your testimony today in writing, and that is on file with the court. You've read that. Is everything stated therein true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Okay, pass the witness, Your Honor.
Ms. Gidrose, you and I previously spoke regarding the airship determination, and has any of the information changed since we last spoke?
No, not at all.
Your Honor, I have no further questions for this witness, and I'd ask the court to take judicial notice of my report on file.
So noted.
Thank you.
Go right ahead.
Okay, Billy, if you'll please state your name for the court.
Billy Wayne Dornbos.
Okay, Billy, you've committed everything, your testimony to writing and your proof of death and other facts. Is everything stated therein true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Matt, if you'll please state your name for the court.
Matt Strasser.
Okay, Matt, and you two have also committed your testimony to writing and your proof of death and other facts. That's on file with the court. Is everything stated therein true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, it is.
Thank you. And Your Honor, with that, we would ask that the court sign the judgment declaring heirship that's before the court, and sign the order appointing Matt and Billy Wayne as independent administrators of the estate of Jennifer Elaine Dornbos.
Okay, if you'll get all of your proofs signed and e-filed, and then give me a call, Mr. Celeste, and speak to Ms. Meanwhile, make sure that we've got the citation period down appropriately. I'll sign the orders, judgment declaring heirship, and the order authorizing independent administration by the co-administrators.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Ms. Broussard. You may be excused if you wish.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Y'all have a great one. And hopefully we'll get this thing moving pretty quickly.
Thank you, Judge. Billy,
All right.
I'll be in touch with you.
Okay. Thank you, Jeff.
All right, Billy Wayne, y'all have a great weekend. Take care, Matt.
Okay.
Take care, Judge. Thank you.
Okay.
This is two from yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Wednesday.
Yes, Ms. Warner. They were self-proven. We were having a problem with Jennifer Marie Kelly getting video, correct? Good morning, Ms. Warner.
Good morning, Your Honor. We finally fixed our issues from the other day. She had never activated her camera, and that's why none of those icons were popping up.
I see.
There she is.
All right. Are you Jenny Eldridge Kelly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Miss Kelly, could I get you to raise your right hand, please? Okay, do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in cause number 126037, the estate of Jennings Eldridge, and cause number 126044, the estate of George Jean Brown Eldridge, shall be the truth so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's see here. Ms. Kelly, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Doris Jean Brown Eldridge. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to go to the signature page. And ask you if you recognize that as being her signature on that document.
Yes, sir.
And after the date she made this will on August 16th of 2018, to your knowledge, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Next, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Jennings Eldridge. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, sir.
And likewise, is that his signature on that document?
Yes, sir.
And after he made this will also on August 16th of 2018, to your knowledge, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No, he did not.
Okay, go right ahead, Ms. Varner.
All right. I guess we'll start with the Doris Eldridge estate. Jenny, could you identify who you are in relation to the decedent?
I'm their oldest daughter.
Okay. And let's, turning to your mother, did your mother pass away on April 22nd, 2020 in Jefferson County at the age of 88?
Yes, she did.
And that was obviously less than 4 years ago.
Yes.
Your mother was a resident of Jefferson County at the time of her death?
Yes.
Okay, you have already looked at the will and confirmed her signature, and your mother was at least 18 years old and of sound mind at the time she executed that will, correct?
Yes, she was.
Were any children born or adopted to your mother after the date of that will?
No.
And was your mother married to anyone other than Jennings, your father?
No.
Okay, never divorced, correct?
No.
And the will does name, well, the will initially named your father to be her executor, but he is deceased, so now you are the other named person.
Yes.
And are you, do you feel there is a need to administer the estate? Are there assets that need to be administered in this estate?
Yes.
Okay. And are you qualified? In other words, are you no felonies, or is there any reason you should not be appointed executor for your mother?
None that I'm aware of.
Okay. All right, Your Honor, at this time, I ask the court to appoint Jenny Marie Eldridge Kelly to be the independent executor for Doris Jean Brown Eldridge's estate, and that the court waive any appraisal requirements.
Miss Kelly, is this Jennings? Is that Gabby?
Yes, it's his brother.
I'll be darned. Okay. I saw the Sabine Pass address.
Yeah.
Wondering.
And everybody knew Gabby.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All right, go right ahead to the next one. So
Okay,
let me just ask you, you've been provided a proof of death and other facts on your mother's estate.
Yes.
Yes.
The summary, Jenny,
Okay.
you reviewed it.
She's been provided a summary or an actual proof of death and other facts?
She's been provided the document that was filed, the proof of death and other facts.
Okay, did you read that, Miss Kelly?
Yes.
Everything in there is true and correct and within your personal knowledge?
Yes, sir.
All right, go right ahead to Mr. Eldridge.
Okay. All right. And again, Jenny, you explain your relationship to Jennings Eldridge.
I'm his oldest child.
Okay. And your father died on June 18th, 2021 in Jefferson County at the age of 92 years old. Is that correct?
He lived in Jefferson County, but he passed away in Washington County.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, let's make that clarification. He did live in Jefferson County, but he was staying with your sister at the time of his death, and he died
Yes,
in another
in
county.
Austin County, and that's where he passed away.
And the date of your father's death was less than 4 years ago.
Yes.
And he, again, we've already established he was a resident of Jefferson County. You have established the validity of the will. The judge has already shown you that, and you recognize that to be your father's will. Your father was at least 18 years old and of sound mind at the time he executed his will. Is that correct?
Yes.
And were there any children born or adopted to your father after the date of that will?
No.
And other than to your mother, Doris, was your father ever married to anyone else?
No.
And again, here too, the will named your mother to be his original executor. She has passed away, so the will has also named you to be your father's executor, correct?
Yes.
And is there a need to administer your father's estate?
Yes.
Okay. And again, I'm gonna ask. you,
Ms.
are you
Kelly, so
qualified?
what's going to happen now is you're going to make arrangements to sign the proof of death and other facts and your oath in both your mother's and father's case before a notary public.
Okay.
You're going to provide those to Ms. Varner. She is going to e-file those with the county clerk. When she does that, I'll sign the orders admitting both your mother's and father's wills to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue what are called letters testamentary. Those are letters that will give you authority to act on behalf of their estates. So that if you need to deal with financial institutions, real estate title companies, anything like that, you'll be able to do so using those letters.
Okay.
One of your duties as representative of the estate is to make sure you cooperate with Ms. Warner in getting her a listing of the assets of your parents' estate, because she's going to have 90 days from the date I sign the order to file an inventory with the court, okay?
Okay.
All right. Well, I hope everything goes well. If there's anything else that y'all need, y'all let me know.
Okay.
But y'all have a great weekend and take care of yourself.
All right. Thank you.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I have a question about this will.